Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. We're going today to get into how to spiritually use the internet, basically, because when it comes to being on a spiritual path, we are what we consume, so we want to make sure that the way in which we're consuming anything is spiritually, because the way we do anything is the way we do everything, and we want to be doing things spiritually when we're on a spiritual path, right? So today I want to use the A Course in Miracles teachings to sort of go over how we can better use the internet in a spiritual way. So let's get into it. All right, so the first one we're going to get into is this idea that I have invented the world I see. So what does this have to do with the way you consume the internet? Well, first of all, we can only perceive things through the limited scope of what we know so far. And that's a big thing when it comes to how we take in new information on the internet, whether that be social media or the actual interwebs, or listening to podcasts. And so the first thing I really want to hone in on is context. Asking yourself as you start to see things, especially the things that get you emotional, because as A Course in Miracles says, I am upset because I see something that is not there. That is a big thing that we do when watching things on social media. Not take into consideration the fact that we're missing context. Missing context is everything. So asking yourself, is this the whole thing, especially when watching videos? Like, what small snapshot am I seeing rather than the whole picture, the whole incident, the whole thing? And do I have all the facts? That's really important, which gets me into the next A Course in Miracles lesson, which is I've given everything the meaning it has for me. I always like to ask myself, did I even try to listen to the opposite side's opinions on things, or all the sides' opinions on things? Like, that's really not something we do as much as we like to think we do. Actually taking them into consideration, because we've given everything the meaning that it has for us, and that's what's letting us get so emotional without actually taking anything that's important into consideration. So the next one is my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. That's why we get emotional, because everything that we think about is about stuff in the past, which makes us think that we have a reason to get emotional about things, because then we try to start projecting that out into the future. But you have to ask yourself, have you even tried to take emotion out of it? Have you looked at all the facts? Do you even know how to just sort out the facts from the perception, from the opinion? Because doing that is so important, and we think we're doing it all the time when we're not. Especially because people like to present us their opinion as facts, and we don't often clock that that's what they're doing. So this brings me to the next A Course in Miracles lesson, which is there are no small upsets. They are all equally disturbing my peace of mind. Once again, I want to ask you, are you even capable of taking emotion out of it? Because that is important. That is a big part of doing anything spiritually, is first being able to step outside of the emotion so that you can purposefully insert it back in based on your own choosing, rather than just going with whatever learned instincts you have, which up to this point, if you're trying to change your life, up to this point, they haven't gotten you to where you want to be, whether they're good learned instincts or bad learned instincts, they're the things you want to change about yourself. It's your learned instincts. That's what all these A Course in Miracles lessons are about, are changing your learned instincts so you can build that sense of peace, so that you can not have that disturbed as often, so that you can walk the spiritual path in a spiritual way. So moving forward, whenever we consume something, we want to view them with these particular lessons in mind, as well as a couple more that I'm going to read to you here. Nothing I see means anything. Like, that's one of the first ones. Nothing I see means anything. Really, really meditating on that on a daily basis in all situations. My thoughts are showing me a meaningless world, and a meaningless world engenders fear. Really think about that. And I am determined to see things differently. Anytime you feel emotion rise up within you when you're consuming anything on the internet, stop yourself and say, I am determined to see things differently, because we all can consume things on the internet, consume anything in a spiritual way. And that spiritual way is with a sense of inner peace. So what does that look like? It looks like slowing down and making sure you've gathered all the facts, making sure that you're looking for missing context, greater context, considering all the perspectives, and then making sure in the moment you're asking yourself, is this even worth my time? And why? Why is this worth my time? Is it worth my time? Why is it worth my time? And if so, how can I put my energy into this in a way that isn't disturbing my peace of mind? And that, my friends, is how you approach really anything in a spiritual way. All right, guys, thank you for joining me for another video. I want to give a shout out to the amazing artist who made these earrings. For those of you joining me in the context of time space as I'm experiencing it, is Memorial Day weekend, and I'll put the link in the description. Amazing, amazing, awake not woke artist that I want to give a shout out today. I wear these earrings especially when we've got the good American holidays going on. But I love wearing these earrings. I love her pin, the skeptic pin. I'll take a little picture of it, insert it here. Yeah, go check it out. And as always, may the energies you serve you well. Keep making your way through, and I'll see you in the next one.